Good morning students, welcome to Royal Palace College online classes. In the previous class we are discussing some C debates on solution topic. The same thing will continue now. First question is, the number of iodine atoms present in 1 cc of its 0.1 molar solution is. Now they are asking the number of atoms. And they have given number of atoms of iodine, in 100 ml of 0.1 molar solution. So we have some iodine solution here. In that they want the number of iodine atoms in 100 ml of 0.1 concentration. First let us see 0.1 molar concentration means number of moles. What will be the number of moles of iodine molecules? 0.1 no, because molarity is what? Molarity means number of moles by volume in liter. That means 0.1 molarity meaning is what? 0.1 moles of I2 molecules are present in 1000 ml volume. That is the meaning of 0.1 molarity. 0.1 moles of iodine is present in how much volume? 1000 ml. But our question asks us to calculate only for 100 ml of the solution. So if 0.1 moles are present in 1000 ml, then for 100 ml what would be the number of moles? Let us assume this is x and cross multiply. So I can write like this: number of moles present in of I2 in 100 ml of this solution. In 100 ml of this solution, x is equal to 0.1 into 100 divided by 1000. 0.1 into 100 divided by 1000. Now that means here two zeros you can cancel. This is 0.1 means 10 raised to minus 1. You take this 10 upside, it is also 10 raised to minus 1. Means totally the number of moles of iodines in 0.1 ml is 0.01 moles per 100 ml. Now you know that according to Avogadro's law, 1 mole of any compound, 1 mole of any substance contains how many molecules or atoms or ions? Contains Avogadro number 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. Here since I2 are there, I am writing molecules. Iodine molecules I am writing. Now how many moles we have? 0.01 moles. Now 0.01 moles of iodine contains how many molecules? Then from this number of molecules in 100 ml, is equal to 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 into 0.01 means I will take it as 10 power minus 2. 10 power minus 2 molecules of iodine. Is present in the 100 ml of that solution. How many iodine molecules are present? Avogadro number into 10 power minus 2 molecules. Now our question is asking number of atoms, not molecules. one iodine molecule contains 2 atoms of iodine. That means number of atoms must be what? Number of atoms must be double the number of molecules, no? Number of atoms must be, number of atoms is equal to now, number of atoms is equal to now, one molecule contains 2 atoms. That means what? Double the number of atoms. Okay, so how many atoms will be present? Double the number of molecules, because one molecule contains 2 atoms. So that means this number into 2 you need to do. This number of atoms here I am writing it, number of molecules into 2. Number of molecules into 2. Why? Because one I2 molecule contains 2 atoms. So Avogadro number is 6.02. This many molecules are there. Then into 2 should be the atoms, right? So into 2 means what is here? You will get the number. This is 4. This is 0. Point. Okay. 2 6. Okay, 12. That means 12.04 into 10 to the power of, into 10 to the power of, this 23 and 2 you take out, it will become 21 atoms are present now. Okay, 12.04 into 10 to the power of 21 atoms are present. Okay, the same thing can be written like this by moving the decimal point left side. 1.2 into 10 to the power of 20 atoms, no? 20 atoms per 100 ml calculation. This is per 100 ml of calculation. This is. So the answer is 1.02 1.204 into 10 to the power of 20 atoms are present in that solution, in 100 ml of solution. Okay. Next question is, a bottle contains 100 cc centimeter cube of 0.1 molar HCl. If 900 cc of distilled water added to it, then the concentration, okay, to it, the concentration of the solution will be. Okay, this is like dilution. So you can use M1V1 like that formula. So here, initial molarity M1 is 0.1. Initial volume V1 is 100 cc, is 100 centimeter cube. Okay. We want to calculate M2 here, provided V2 is known to us. They are saying that there is a bottle that already contains 100 cc volume. To that 900 cc volume is added. Means what should be the final volume? Final volume must be equal to already existing 100 ml or 100 cc plus extra 900 ml. So total it will be 100 plus 900, means the total volume in the bottle right now is 1000 cc or 1000 ml. So I am writing here 100 plus 900 cc should be equal to 1000. Now you use the formula M1V1 is equal to M2V2 to calculate the new molarity. Now from this you can write M2 is equal to M1V1, that is 0.1 into 1000 divided by what is V2? V2 is 1000. 0.1 into 100 divided by 1000. That means these two zeros you can take. This is 10 power minus 1, it goes up 10 power minus 1, or you can write it as directly 0.1 0.01, no problem. 0.1 divided by 10 is 0.01. So what is the new molarity of the solution? The final molarity is 0.01. Okay. Next question is, a sugar syrup of weight 214.2 grams contains 34.2 grams sugar. Molecular weight is 342. The molarity of the solution is. Now the given thing is a sugar syrup of weight. Now sugar syrup means what? Sugar solution. Okay, sugar solution. That is, weight of the solution is 241.2 grams. Contains how much sugar? Weight of solute is 34.2 grams and molecular weight of sugar is 342 grams per mole. This is the information given to us, and they want to calculate molarity. What is molarity formula? Molarity is equal to weight of solute by molecular weight of solute into 1000 divided by weight of solvent in grams. Weight of solvent in grams. Now substitute these numbers, values, and get the answer. So what we get here? W2 is 34.2 divided by 342 into 1000 divided by 214.2. Now this will be equal to now let's take this one like this, into 10 power minus 1, this will get cancelled, no? So this will be 100 divided by 214.2. So 100 divided by 214.2. Okay, then what you will get here is 100 means is 240 means you should take our first point. You should take, okay. If you take this point, then it is 1000. 1000 means now this is approximately 5 times, no? Okay, approximately it becomes 5 times. So 0.5. Let us check the answer approximately to 0.5. So it is 0.5 is option B. Option B. Okay. Next. How much water should be added to 100 ml of 1 molar H2SO4 solution to make it exactly 0.1 normal? Okay. Now in this question, normality and molarity is given to us. How much water should be added to 100 ml of 1 molar H2SO4 solution to make it exactly 0.1 normal? Now let's take this. See, they are giving let us assume this is volume V1 is equal to 100 ml. Concentration M1 is equal to 1 molar. Okay. And they are asking how much normality as 0.1. Okay, normality they want as 0.1 normal. Okay, and this is what H2SO4 solution. It is H2SO4 solution. Now the thing is, you cannot directly use these values because one value is reported in molarity, the other value is reported in normality. For H2SO4, molarity normality are not equal because the basicity is 2 or the valency factor is 2. So what is the interconversion you need to do? Normality is equal to molarity into valency factor or basicity of the acid 2. That means normality of the solution is molarity into 2. That means 2 normal. So what is M1? M1 you can take it as N1. Why? Because I need to convert it because here it is I am assuming this is N2. So now N1 is equal to what? For H2SO4 it is 2N. 2 normal solution. So for H2SO4 1 molar means 2 normal solution. Now let's apply this formula. N1V1 is equal to N2V2 formula. Okay. From this we want volume V2. Now what is V2? V2 is equal to N1V1 divided by N2. So what I can write from this? What is N1? N1 is 2. What is V2? Sorry, what is V1? 100. What is N2? 0.1. 0.1. Now that means this can be written like this. It is 10 power minus 1 goes up, so it will be 10 power plus 1. Now that means it is 2 into, or else directly. This is 100, 2 into 100 is 200, again 1 over 10, 2000. So total volume is how much? 2000 ml or 2000 cc is the final volume. Is the final volume. But how much water should be added in 100 ml? Means again it is already 100 ml is there. Already 100 ml is there. To that 100 ml we are going to add the water. Final volume must be 2000. That means what is the volume of water you added? Volume of water added. Volume of water added is equal to final volume minus initial volume. Okay, final volume you got it 2000. 2000 minus initially 100 ml. That means the exact volume of water you added is, to that given solution is 1900 ml you added. So that is 1900 ml. Option D. Option is D. Next question is 6.02 into 10 to the power of 20 molecules of urea are present in 100 ml of its solution. The concentration of the solution is, so it is given how many molecules are present. They said, they are saying 6.02 into 10 power 20 molecules, okay, of urea are present in how much? 100 ml. Are present in 100 ml. Then the answer they want in molarity because options are given in molarity. So let's check this one. Now 6.02 into 10 to the power of 20 molecules of urea is present in 100 ml means, for molarity basically you should consider Let's consider this one to 1 liter right now. 1 liter means how much volume? 1000 ml, no? So first let us see how many molecules are present in 1000 ml. Okay? Or else you can do it in another way. You can consider first to calculate the number of molecules or first number of moles, then you can calculate it with respect to the volume also. Okay? So first let us do this in moles only. For easy calculation I am saying this. We have 6.02 into 10 to the power of 20 molecules. Basically, what is 1 mole of substance here? 1 mole of any substance contains 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules, right? But in the question is only 6.02 into 10 to the power of 20 molecules are there. That means this many molecules will be equal to how many moles? How many moles? First we'll calculate the moles. So now the number of moles will be equal to, okay, 6.02 into 10 raised to 20 divided by 6.02 into 10 raised to 23. So x will be equal to, this is one time cancelling, 20 means the remaining will be 3. This 3 goes to numerator. That means 10 power minus 3 moles are present in 100 ml of the solution. 10 power minus 3 moles are present in 100 ml of the solution. Okay. Now 10 power minus 3 moles are present in 100 ml. Okay, this calculation we are done only for 100 ml because in the question it is given 100 ml. Now, what should be the exact number of moles for 1000 ml? So I am calculating this because molarity is calculated for number of moles in volume in liter. Volume in liter. Volume in liter means how much volume? Volume must be 1000 ml. So if 10 power minus 3 moles, if 10 power minus 3 moles are present in 100 ml of the solution, then for 1 liter means 1000 ml how many moles will come? Okay, this is x. Then this is equal to 10. This one is, I write directly this one as 100. Sorry, 1000 means 10 power 3 I will write into 10 power minus 3 divided by 10 power 2. 10 power 2 plus 3 minus 3 goes. That means 1 by 100 is the answer. 1 by 100 means 0.01. 0.01 moles are present per liter. That is nothing but molarity, no? Okay. So the answer is 0.01 molarity with this respective molecules. Next question. Next question is, which of the following is not correct for ideal solution? You know, according to Raoult's law, okay, the solution in which the interaction between solute solvent molecules or particles must be nearly equal to that of the solute solute or solvent solvent molecular attractions, right? And also delta B mixture must be 0. Delta H mixture, enthalpy change for the mixture also 0. Then only it is called ideal solution. But they are saying which one is not correct for ideal solution. Option 1 is enthalpy of mixing is 0, means delta H mixing is 0. Delta H mixing 0 means ideal only. Next, volume of mixing 0. Volume of mixing 0 is also ideal condition. Free energy change of mixing is 0. and obeys Raoult's law. Option 4 obeys Raoult's law. All those solutions which obey Raoult's law is again ideal. So what is the remaining we have to check is free energy change of mixing is 0. Now what is free energy change of mixing 0 means here? From Gibbs-Helmholtz equation in the first year thermodynamics you have studied, delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S minus T delta S. You know that delta H mix, enthalpy of mixing for ideal solution is 0. That means delta G is equal to 0 minus T delta S. 0 minus T delta S is nothing but T delta S. So that means delta G should be 0 or it is negative. It must be negative, not 0. It is not 0. So this is not correct condition for, this is not a correct condition for ideal solution. Next question is, the vapor pressure of ethyl alcohol at 298 kelvins is 40 mm of Hg. Its mole fraction in the solution with methyl alcohol is 0.8. Its vapor pressure in the solution if it obeys Raoult's law. So here it is given that vapor pressure of ethyl alcohol, that is nothing but pure vapor pressure of ethyl alcohol is 40 mm of Hg. Okay. They are saying that its mole fraction is 0.8 in the solution, and what they want is partial, its vapor pressure in the solution means partial vapor pressure of the ethyl alcohol. Then applying Raoult's law, you know that partial vapor pressure is equal to pure vapor pressure into its mole fraction, right? That means the answer must be 40 into 0.8. 40 into 0.8. So 40 into 0.8 comes to be 32. Okay, 40 into 0.8 comes to be 32. Okay, 4 8, so 32. So with this we'll complete the class today, and thank you for now. We continue next class.